Hirst Brothers.
I'm gonna say Hirst.
Juicy music coming your way.
Hiding this new music in your DM daily.
Me them Hirst Brothers.
New music review.
All right, we are live. Second time around. Welcome back, everybody. We're on episode 12 of the Hirst Brothers New Music Review. Thank you for listening. Today we have special guests in the studio, not in the studio, in the Zoom studio, but we're super stoked to say that we are here with the one and only No Suits. Thank you, boys.
Yeah.
Super stoked to have you on here. Mark and I were chatting about it earlier this week, and we both agreed that we're going to have to try and not get too fangirly because we are actually huge fans of your music.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, we've actually been listening for a number of years, and it's been like not only fans, like kind of inspirational for where our music goes to. So it's like we're like, okay, just like settle down, vodka soda to calm the nerves, because it's pretty excited to have you boys on. So thanks for coming out.
Hell yeah. Thank you for having us.
Definitely.
You guys are super welcome. So yeah, I wanted to spend a little bit of time just getting to know you guys a little bit more. I feel like we've been behind the curtains watching your YouTube videos, listening to your music. So we'll just ask a few questions and kind of feel it out from there. But my first question, and this is something I genuinely want to know, is how did you guys start? Like, where did No Suits come from?
That's why they always make me answer this one. But me and Max have known each other since kindergarten. So the story goes that at a very young age, Max said that when we grow up, we have to be entrepreneurs and never wear a suit to work. So that kind of like was the motto we lived our lives by. And then we started making music in like maybe like the end of high school or like early college, and we were like, what should the name be? For sure, No Suits.
No brainer.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, and then we started making music for a while, and Max and Reed went to college together, and we started like jamming a lot. And then eventually it was just like, yeah, we got to just join forces, make the squad.
Nice.
And then, yeah, now we're here.
Here we are.
And now you're on a podcast.
This
is our first podcast.
This is your big break.
Oh, awesome.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah, so then along those lines, like kind of moving forwards, I think it's really cool to hear like what's your guys' songwriting process? Like, how do you guys write songs? Is there one writer? Is it kind of sit down and see what comes to you, or is it more formal?
It's pretty loose. I mean, we normally like, especially over quarantine, we've just been like trying to write as much music as possible. So like we'll just all come in together and just be like, Max will normally lay down some drums, and then like Saj is the chord progression master, so he'll like write some sick ass chords, and then we'll just kind of like build it out from there.
You'll throw some buttery riffs on top of that.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And then away you go. That's awesome.
I like it.
It's tough though sometimes. Like, do you ever get that feeling as if like I'm not motivated today? I don't really feel like doing it.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. I feel like it's super hard, especially now too. It's just like the same thing. Like, you know, like each day feels, you can't remember like what happened 2 days ago because it was just the same as today.
Yeah. It is wild. Like you're like, it's been like 9 months or whatever, and I was like, there's nothing to look forward to. It's hard to have motivation, but no, there's nothing worse than forcing motivation, writing like 3 hours worth of music, and then being like, wow, this is just garbage, and just totally trashing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I do that a lot.
Us too. We do it all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It's very helpful to have like just in the group scenario where just like if someone like if you aren't feeling it but like someone's feeling it, then you're like, all right, fuck yeah, like, he's going for it. I gotta kick into gear now, you know,
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah, That's really helpful, and that's what I found. I'm primarily by myself. Of course, so Mark and I make music together. We really started like a year ago. We're pretty fresh into it, but it all started with playing live music because that's something that we always enjoyed. I play guitar, Mark plays bass. And so naturally a year ago we thought, all right, we should jump into this too. Let's start making music. And then now I kind of felt that rut as well because it's just me. And sometimes I'll sit down at the computer and just be like, all right, I'm going to write a song. And then you're like, okay, like it's not coming to me today.
Yeah. Well, I think most of our songs would have come from when we were together. And then it's
true.
like, we're just jamming and you're like, oh, this sounds really cool. Like record that. And then it's like, oh, what if I throw these keys in? And then it just builds from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys are like, the masters of contrast. I find, and that's one thing I really love about your songs is that every song is such a journey through these peaks and valleys and going up and down. Is that something that's like pre-decided, or is it more so just the flow when you're writing?
So I'd say it's normally just the flow.
I think it's the flow. Yeah. We're lucky where we're like, it's like a Venn diagram. We always say is like, and then we just kind of meet in the middle, and we're lucky that we're usually, I'd say like 99% of the time, like all on the same page in terms of like how to make the song. So it's like, it feels really natural, and usually we all want the same like peaks and valleys, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, that's big too. I mean, Mark and I are brothers, so we've never had that issue too. And we've had people ask us, like, do you ever get in fights about music? We're like, no, we wouldn't be doing it together if we got in fights about music. Doesn't make any sense.
And there's just two of us too. So it's like, if one person doesn't like it, it's like, you know what? Take the horns out. I don't like the horns. And it's like, all right, that's fine. Like, I'm not attached to the horns either.
Right.
Yeah.
And that happens a lot, but that's all part of the process. So yeah. Another rapid fire question for you. How would you guys label your genre or your style of music?
It's a tough one. The other day we were trying to like make up a word that like describes it. Like, what was the one that Steve Lacey said?
Dude, well, yeah, he calls it stuff like plaid music. We're like, oh shit, like we should get one of those.
Yeah, we were like, let's go on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's tough, man. Like you don't fit into a cookie cutter mold of like, oh yeah, that's indie rock. There's so many different other elements.
Yeah, it's always like when we're distributing our music to like iTunes or something, you have to like select what genre it is, and like we're just like, dude, I don't even know. I don't even know. Tell this computer.
Yeah, ours is the same. Like we don't make anything from a certain style that we want to be. We just do whatever feels right, and sometimes it comes out feeling one way and sometimes it's another, but it's super hard to label it. And I found that that's kind of an important part if you're trying to market your music or if you're trying to brand yourself. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's better to be different.
I feel like there's pros and cons to both.
Definitely.
Because like sometimes it is nice to have like, okay, this one is chill hip hop.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, you find all the chill hip hop playlists and be like, yo, check this one out. Like, just got like a clear lane to it. But I mean, being unique is definitely like, I feel like we all think it's pretty important. But yeah.
I feel that sometimes it's just easier to digest something when you're just like, oh, like this is what this is. Like, I understand it. It's really good at what that is. But it's not like, sometimes it's like, wow, like, what is this?
I feel like
pros and cons.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes we talk about it like it doesn't really matter how you describe it as long as it's good.
Yeah.
Like if it's really hard to describe what genre it is, that doesn't really matter as long as it's a good song, you know? So
I
that's
agree with
just
you.
the first and foremost thing.
Definitely, but then there's also that piece of like, it's great that you make, not you guys, but it's great if you make really good songs, but if nobody ever hears it, then...
Yeah.
Right, for sure.
Right?
Right,
So
right.
There's a balance there.
It's a balance.
But, yeah, anyways.
Okay, fourth rapid fire question. What is one of the weirdest things you've ever seen at one of your shows? Like the strangest standout moment. I feel like there's got to be a few.
Well, one time, someone threw a bra on stage, and that was pretty sick. We had asked them to throw the bra.
So it's like
This was one of our first shows, and like we were like, "Oh shit, we got how would someone throw a bra on stage?" And they did it, which was pretty lit.
That's gotta be a dream of like every young musician. It's like, I just want some like bra and panties thrown at me on the stage.
Definitely. I feel like it happens less and less nowadays, unless you ask them to do it.
I've not ever had a bra thrown at me, unfortunately.
No, me neither. Do you guys play a lot of, like, obviously pre-COVID, but do you play a lot of live music? Is that part of your gig, or do you focus more on just the studio stuff?
we played like a good amount live. Like before COVID, we were probably at like an every few months kind of cadence.
Nice.
And we actually had a tour, like a mini tour planned in May of this year, which ended up getting postponed to October and then eventually canceled.
Yeah.
But we really wanted to play live. But quarantine turned out to be like a little bit of a blessing because we were able to just like completely focus on recording. And sometimes shows can take up a lot of the time if we're like practicing a lot. And
yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Do you guys have some like sweet tour van or like a piece of shit tour van? Because those are key.
We're working our way up to that. Right now we've just got Kia.
Yeah, we just got our sedan.
Nice. That's all right. Cool. So here's another question for you. If you guys could collab with anybody, who would you pick?
Other than the Hirst Brothers, of course.
Yeah, of course. Of course,
easy answer.
Sure, dead or alive, yeah.
Mac.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Agree?
We used to go to the studio a lot where he would record at because like one of our friends worked there, and
Nice.
It was like always our dream that just like one day we would be there at the same time or something, and then we'd like play him a song and he'd be like, yeah, that's dope.
That's huge.
Yeah, I was actually listening to his stuff, like his Tiny Desk with Thundercat, like yesterday night. And I was like, man, that is just unbelievable.
So
also,
good.
Thundercat, it has to be like one of the weirdest but coolest guys I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So dope.
Like
So
6-string
cool.
bass. I don't even know where do you buy one of those? No
Only
fucking
like Thundercat.
Thundercat only.
They made it for him for sure.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah, he totally is. Man, I grew up listening to Mac too. Like that was Kids was massive for me. Hugely influential.
100%.
Ah. Yeah, well, sometimes the good ones go too quick.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
I don't like to go down that road.
All right.
Hey man, peaks and valleys.
Yeah, there you go. The show has peaks and valleys too. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, that got me started. And Mark and I were talking about this earlier too, which is pretty interesting. So when I was in uni, like really, really early in uni or college, you guys would say, I recorded a complete hip hop album, like 25 songs with a buddy of mine, because I was into freestyle rapping all of a sudden, I guess from Mac and Wiz and a lot of the guys that I liked listening to. But I had no idea what I was doing. Like I did the entire thing on GarageBand, had never even heard of EQ, like just, it sounds like trash when you listen to it now, but back in the day I was so stoked on it. It was so much fun. And then just completely left that, started playing more live music like classic rock and stuff. And then Mark and I started making music as well. and the first few songs were like kind of rock influenced. And then honestly, somebody showed me your guys' channel, and it was Sue. And this was maybe a year ago or a year and a half ago. And it was like, oh, I didn't realize you could do that. Like, I didn't know you could play, like, you're mixing both. Like, you've got some rap in there, and then you've got some, like, cool rock elements to it. And then it was like a light bulb for me. Not that I'm by any means copying you guys, but it just was so influential that I was like, I didn't know you could fucking do that. Like, that's what I want to do, too. I like that. So, yeah, just a big thank you for what you guys do, because it's been hugely influential for me.
That's so sick to hear.
That's great to hear.
That's amazing.
And then, huge fan ever since. Follow you guys on everything. So I'm super stoked to be able to meet you virtually, of course. But one day, maybe, who knows? Would love to come out there and hang out with you guys for a night. That'd be awesome.
Oh, crush some pints.
Yeah. Anytime.
Let us know.
What's
When you guys
the?
are-
You guys are just in the States.
Yeah,
That's-
what's the
Were you
beer of choice?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. We're big beer drinkers.
Easy little thing.
What are those?
Yeah.
Oh, IPAs, dangerous.
Yeah.
We were looking at the Modelo's and we were like, we gotta get a little stronger.
It's Friday.
There you go. Yeah,
3 o'clock on Friday.
there you go. 3:00. That's the time. Mark and I are big. We're kind of. It's like embarrassing to say sometimes, but it's not. But we're big light beer drinkers.
Oh, I'm not embarrassed at all.
I feel that because like I feel like when I was younger, I would drink like the IPAs more, and then you get around like you get a little older, and you're like, I have 2 of these, and I'm caught. Like, I'm done.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like, I want to be able to drink, especially in the States. Like, I know I can handle 12 Bud Lights, no problem. Like, and I want to just be able to crush them all night and just be at that steady buzz. But as soon as you throw some IPAs or like some White Claws or something into the mix, then it's, oh boy.
White Claws.
We drank a lot of White Claws this summer golfing.
Yeah,
Mark and
for
I
some
are
reason,
golfers.
I don't know if those were popular out in LA, but like White Claws took off in Ontario. And we play a lot of golf, and we used to just go out on the course and crush White Claws like the whole round.
Like 1 per hole. So 4 hours later, you've drinking 18 White Claws, basically falling off the cart.
But you would never do that. Like a Michelob Ultra, you're fine the whole time. Like water.
Yeah. Anyways, so back to interview style. Just a couple more questions, then we'll jump into the regular format of the show, because this is an indie funk episode. So I hope you guys are ready to get a bit funky. Last question for me. I just wanted to know, what's the 5-year goal? Like, what do you guys want to keep pushing? What do you want to keep working on? And where do you want to be? It's like an interview question, but I'm interested.
That's a tough one.
It's a good thing I'm not hiring you guys for a job or anything.
Shoot for the fucking land on the stars, but right, I think that works out. Yeah. Number 1 album, I would say like a number 1 type album, or like landing on the Billboard.
Yeah.
With an album. That would be something I would want to do.
Yeah, it sounds cliche, but like
Unreal.
same thing. Shoot for the stars, Grammy, whatever it may be. Like,
For sure.
Sweet.
Try to get as good as we can.
Yeah, in the immediate future, the goal is just pay rent, make a comfortable living off of music.
Yeah.
But so that's what we're pushing towards right now. Just like cranking out tunes.
Yeah.
Get that before quarantine's over.
Are you guys are you music full time right now? Or are you just working like basically 100% of your time on music?
Right now, yeah.
Unreal.
Good for you. That's awesome, man.
That's the dream.
Super
when
jelly.
you guys are number 1, we'll have you back on. We'll do a little recap.
Yeah, don't forget about us when we get to that point. That's awesome.
No, you can forget about us.
No. I have faith in you guys. Like, I genuinely do. I think you're easily one hit away from being there. It's so random the way the music industry works, right? Like all of your tunes are solid and the videos that you guys do are amazing. And it's just all it takes is one that just kind of randomly takes off more than the others have. I don't think it's unrealistic to think that way at all. And
we say the same thing about the hit and like getting lucky. I feel like every artist, you notice every artist who like is big just has that like hit that just skyrocketed it.
For sure.
Exactly.
TikTok or something now.
And you nailed it though. I genuinely think a large percentage of it is luck. Like it really is. And that's even something that we've noticed doing this show now. So we're on episode 12. We do 3 different songs a show, and the music quality is fantastic. Like there are so many good bands and good artists out there that are pumping out great songs, but it could be anybody. It's a roll of the dice. Any of them could get lucky at any moment, and then your life changes.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. So
Have you seen that one girl? Oh geez, I don't even know her name, but have you heard the song "I'm Not Pretty"? It's a pop song.
No.
Okay, so this is a TikTok story. It's incredible. Like, and I'm trying to get this girl on, Jessia, I think her name is. I'm trying to get her on the show because I want her to tell it. Essentially, she made a TikTok video of herself like sitting in the car just humming out and singing out this chorus. And then a producer in Canada, Elijah Woods, picks it up and is like, oh, let me turn this into a TikTok video. So he's like, oh, sprinkle some bass, like add some drums. He makes a little video and it's fucking banging. It sounds like a great song. So he goes, send me the actual vocals. She sends him the vocals. And now she's like top 10 Billboard song.
Damn.
What?
That's wild.
I know.
Oh, man.
So I've been recording all sorts of videos and sending them to this guy, and he hasn't fucking answered me. I'm like, dude, I can do it too. Let's do it. Serious though, luck. Sometimes it's just luck. You guys, you'll like this. So what we do here is we rate on 3 separate categories. And it's all about biscuits. So we're given 1 out of 10 biscuits on each category. You guys are no suits, so you're a team. You get 1 vote. So you guys have to come to a decision together. But before we get going, I usually ask Mark if he knows what time it is.
No. Do you guys know what time it is?
Biscuit time?
Yes.
Butter my bottom and call me a biscuit.
Nobody's ever got it before.
Okay, cool.
I
Are
think.
we going first, or are you going first?
Well, I think No Suits knows what time it is.
Oh, they already yeah.
Biscuit time!
Biscuit time.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Biscuits. How many biscuits? How many biscuits?
9.
I guess that leads us down that path. You know what time it is, fellas?
Biscuit time.
Biscuit time.
Give me your biscuits.
How many biscuits?
There's a no biscuit for me, biscuit boy.
That's the 3 songs that we've got. But I wanted to give you guys No Suits. I'm going to give you a moment to plug your stuff. Tell us where our listeners can find you, what's upcoming. Give us all that good stuff.
Well, we got a lot of shit coming out soon. I mean, first and foremost, we got our EP, Fool's Paradise, coming out. When is it? March?
March 12th.
March
Oh,
12th.
nice.
Ooh, soon.
And we got a single even before that.
I forgot about that.
Amazing. You guys have been busy.
We got a single coming out in less than a week on February 3rd, so next Wednesday.
Fuck yeah.
I'll be out. And then we got shout out to the collaborators on the project as well. We got DLG, he's the homie. Jackie Kennedy, who we collabed with before, she kills it. And Latrell James, dope rapper, super dope.
Nice.
And then we're working on music. We got some stuff coming out after the project. We got a collab project we're like in the middle of it with Terrell Morris, also a dope rapper, singer, producer. So it's just gonna keep rolling when we got more music videos and stuff too.
Nice.
Merch, maybe?
That's
Big
amazing.
plug here.
Then we got even more.
Just fucking-
Absolutely. Well, that's what this is for. Light it up. And where can people find you other than just by Googling No Suits?
Spotify.
Yeah, No Suits.
No Suits on
Let's
Spotify.
do it.
Yeah.
You can type it, probably Max, Saj, and Reed.
Yeah. Instagram.
No suits, no trends.
No suits, no trends.
Ooh, beauty.
Nice.
Simple, clean.
Right on.
I gotta ask you guys a question. One of your earlier track, or maybe not earlier tracks, but like 2017, you did "I'm Good." And who was the rapper that started off? Because it sounded exactly like Logic, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is incredible!"
Yeah, I'll be the Nomad.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I mean, like, I love all your guys' stuff, but like that was just one that I was playing the other day, and I was like, "Holy smokes, this is Logic!" Like in the best way possible. Like Logic is sick, and Logic kills rap. So, yeah, wow, that guy's great.
Crushed it. Me and Max actually went to school with him, and
No way.
yeah, and he featured on it, and he fucking killed it.
Nice.
Super cool.
That's unreal.
A lot of people have said the Logic comparison too. He definitely gave off that vibe. He crushed that track.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and like I said, like that's in the best way possible. Like Logic is sweet. I like his voice, and his rhymes are sick. So
me too.
it was super cool.
Definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
No, I was just gonna say, Mark and I are working on an EP, but it feels like a long process. We've been
It's a long process.
Yeah, we've been months in, and we're about 2 songs kind of done, but we wanted to do about 4 or 5, so we're really trying to figure out those last 2 or 3 songs, which has been tough, but we've got plenty of half-baked songs to work through, so we're seeing.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah, sometimes you go back and find something old and it turns to gold, right? But we're struggling with that as well. So I'll send you 1 or 2 of them if you guys want to hear it before it launches out.
Yeah, please do.
Definitely. And we'll send you some of the new stuff too.
We'll rate it on Biscuits.
Yeah. Honestly,
yeah, tell me how many biscuits you give it. Actually, I genuinely would appreciate your feedback because I'm doing a lot of it myself. And like I said, I'm only about a year into the actual production side of things. So really just absorbing things like a sponge. But I'll send you what we've done so far and let me know if you guys are feeling it. And if you ever want to collaborate, Hirst Brothers are always down, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet deal.
Yeah, this might be the Tito's talking, but I feel like we know you. Like, man, it would be so like we would hang out. This could be not Zoom, and it'd be like, oh, some Seegers, some Tito's, be a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, yeah. On that note, like, thank you guys so much for coming out and joining us. Like, it was really a pleasure to have you guys. And as we said at the very start, like, it's crazy because you guys are genuinely like an inspiration and someone we listen to all the time. So it is like so cool to have you guys out on a podcast.
Thank you. You guys are dope.
Yeah, you guys are dope. Thanks so much for having us. It was a lot of fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, yeah, we're still early with this whole podcast thing, but literally because Mark's in Dublin and I'm here, we're like, dude, we're going to talk anyways on a weekly basis. So let's just fucking do a podcast out of it because it's cool shit. So,
exactly.
we're working on some YouTube videos and some cool stuff coming out for some of our listeners because the people seem to like the clips that we do. And I've got like 10 years worth of GoPro footage that I'm now just starting to kind of roll into our videos. So you'll see us on YouTube soon. For those that are listening, please go and check out No Suits. I promise you will like it. Other than that, yeah, thank you so much, fellas. So happy to have you here.
Okay. Thank
Dude,
you.
thanks
for having
Right.
Let's call it a wrap. Yeah.
One last time for the listeners and probably my mom. What time is it?
Biscuits time!
Yeah,
Boom.
fellas. Amazing.